I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light on Light Through, episode 281. My review of Outer Range, first two episodes. Well, the hybrid of science fiction fantasy with the Western, contemporary, or historical genre has long been sought after, touted as a natural, powerful combination for a television series for as far back as I can remember. But it's seldom been realized, and off the top of my head, I can't think of a single successful example. Last year's Invasion on Apple TV Plus took a shot with a lead-off episode out west and with no less an actor than Sam Neill in the lead. But I thought it was the weakest episode segment in an otherwise top-notch series. My wife suggested Westworld as an example that achieved the elusive goal, and yes, it did, but only partially because most of its narrative was not Western. But I'll never say no to a recipe which seems so logical, so I gave Outer Range and its first two episodes, which went up on Amazon Prime Video on Friday, a shot. The upshot? I wasn't blown away by the narrative, but I liked it enough to keep watching. Here's the story. On a ranch in Wyoming, Royal Abbott, well played by Josh Brolin, discovers a water hole or pond, I'm not sure what it is or what it should be called, which has some strange properties. It's not clear as yet exactly what those are either, but they may entail bringing back the dead or some kind of time travel if the bison that keeps appearing with some arrows in its side is any indication. Before the first 2 hours are over, Royal throws a dead body, whom one of his sons killed, into the water, and he's shoved into the water himself by Autumn, played by Imogen Poots, a great name, by the way, for an actress. Autumn is a young woman who shows up with a deep interest in this area. Royal comes back fine the next day with just a wound in his leg, but the dead body not as yet. Autumn clearly has some knowledge of what's going on, but even she doesn't know the whole story. She's surprised, for example, when Royal comes back the next day. It's also no doubt significant that Royal's daughter-in-law is missing. Did she fall into the water hole and then the hole disappeared too? So clearly there are lots of provocative questions in the air, which means a lot of possibilities for this series. I would have advised Amazon, but they didn't ask me, to put up all 8 episodes of Outer Range so it could be properly binged and therefore comprehended and apprehended. But as I said, I'm sufficiently intrigued to watch more. I'm glad I saw these first episodes. It was especially appropriate on Easter. And I'll see you back here with my reviews of the next 2 episodes next week. And I hope you enjoyed that review of the first 2 episodes of this new series, Outer Range. I will be back here next week with my reviews of the 3rd and 4th episodes. And of course, I'll keep reviewing Star Trek Picard and Slow Horses and who knows what else. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound. Enjoy Easter if you are celebrating it, and do whatever you can to help those brave people in Ukraine fight off that depraved Russian invasion.
The Light on Light Through podcast Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplot2savesocrates.com.
Paul Levinson Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.